Well, it's 6:11 in the morning and 6:12 now. It's time. I'm 12 minutes late. It's time for another episode of Which Feral Cats Will Show Up Today. So, it'll probably take 10 minutes just to fly by there and feed them because I know there's no food. Why do I know there's no food? Well, because I fed them yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then even if the other people showed up, which 3/4 of the time they show up, the raccoons assemble and dine within 30 minutes. So they don't get to eat that food. There's still some of my food left, but I feed cats. I do not feed raccoons, although I don't have anything against raccoons. They're kind of cute. They're kind of cuddly, but I'm in the business of cats right now. Now, these 3 little raccoons over here, they're really kind of cute. They're not very big. They're not very old. But they're getting well fed because they get some hard cat food and then they get some soft cat food. Yummy, yummy. Then they wash their hands in the clean water that I put out for the cats. So it's okay. It's going to be in the 90s today, and I'll keep their water in the shade. Between the shade of the building and the shade of the trees, the water stays in the shade. Unlike my house, which is like right in the center of the sun's glaring beams, I think it's even focused with like this giant magnifying glass right onto my house, so that I'll get another $420 utility bill, which is absolutely ridiculous. What a mess. There's garbage everywhere. And I would say compliments of the raccoons. There's a dumpster right here. So, what do I see? What do I see? What do I see? And I'll show it to you in just a moment. I see 3 empty, beat-up aluminum pans. What are they for? Well, they're food bowls for the cats, but they're also play toys for the raccoons. Let's switch this up. There we be. See the trees covering up the water is. Make sure the window's down. I got the key in my pocket, but it didn't make too much difference. There's some of the trash. Our friends, the raccoons, as we say over here in Kentucky. I have to wash this out. And I wash this out. And I'm not sure why we have 3 and this one will go in the trash because we don't need 3. And it's beat up. Got a hole in it, won't hold water anyway, so it is what it is. Look at what we have today. Today on the menu, we have Special Kitty outdoor flavor for my feral cat friends. We have a big bowl back here. I'll take a scoop from this bowl. I think it had sherbet in it, since I don't eat sherbet. Yep, it was natural fruit sherbet. We will take that. We'll take this water. I'll come back for a can of food. Used to leave 2 small cans out here, now I leave 1 big can out here. I'm looking for cats. I don't see any. I maybe have not awakened them yet. Also on the menu, Special Kitty Pate Mixed Grill Dinner. Now these are feral cats, and this is better than what they would normally get, which is nothing. So, let us begin the feeding ritual. So I'll put that right here, and I'll wash the pan out best I can. Since I don't have soap and water, I just have water and my little pudgy fingers. Oh yeah, let's get all the dirt out of it. Let's get all the ants out of it. The uncle's tube. Ha ha ha. I have a whole bunch of corny jokes that I could share with y'all. But, oh, excuse me, block the camera, sure. But I have these whole, my jokes are funny. Liam doesn't. Liam thinks my jokes are funny. I have to ask him sometime. Well, there are holes in the bottom. This is just dirt. So, yeah, we have fresh water. Now we have the first of that. I'll put some more. Let's get this today. Carry a 44-pound bag. This cat food, 44 pounds. I know it's not even. It's an even number, but it's odd that I would have 44. What is 44 pounds? Well, because that's what the bag is. Well, as you see, we do not have cats today. Not sure where they're at in here in this abyss of trees and darkness. We do have, let's set this down here about a foot so I can open this can. We do have them here somewhere, I guarantee you. Just they're our lazy cats. I have a few of those in my house. Speaking of the house, the feral crew in the queue room with Mandy is at a foster help people that are very good with babies, and we lost a baby. We had 7 kittens. Mandy had 7 kittens, and we lost one. I don't think it was viable to begin with. She had culled it once. I thought it just came out of the cage, not the cage, but she had a privacy box, and she didn't put it back, and I thought it's because she was busy with nursing, but no, not what it was. It was something wrong with the kitten. I found it the next day deceased when I came home from work. They're constantly nursing on her. Well, what happened was that she was not able to produce enough milk because she herself was sick. She's not FIV positive. She has no disease of that nature, but what she does have is an upper respiratory infection. Now, typically, I don't believe those are contagious. Now, Leo has an upper respiratory infection. 2 of the kittens had upper respiratory infections, and now Truman is sneezing, not eating, and obviously does not feel well. If you know Truman, he is like into everything, and Truman is not eating his treat food that I gave him today. So he's going to vet after I get off work. Going in, getting my stuff done. As soon as I'm off work, it's like 45 minutes back to Hillbillyville over here in Henderson. I don't know why anybody would want to live over here with this bridge that we have. And now the escalating fees on everything under the sun, but that's something else we won't talk about. And 2 of the kittens that Mandy had, they also had the same upper respiratory infection. When I have one, or you have one, it's not usual that they prescribe antibiotics. Obviously, cats are different. So I expect Truman to get an injection today and antibiotics. And then Leo is piggybacking on that appointment, so he's got the same sneezy. He's living with Carol now. I've got Gabriella at my house. That is, it's progressing slowly. She's got a giant cage that she has plenty of room in. She has food, water, lots of air conditioning, and lighting when there's need for it. But each cat has gone in turn and hissed at her, except for Tiger and Gatsby. My gosh, can't think. Gatsby and Tiger are probably the best 2 cats around. Ninja's a really great cat. If it wasn't for Ninja, there would be no other cats in my life. He was just my first cat, great cat. Sold me on cats. It's like buying a Dyson vacuum cleaner. But she's fine. She's obviously down one eye. She has both her eyes. One of them is barely providing any vision. We're very careful with the other eye, which is why I haven't really let her out yet. She's big enough to run on her own. But my smallest cat, I own 8 cats. Those feral cats are not anywhere close. Well, maybe Truman's getting closer. My cats range from 13 to 20 pounds. Then you have Chance, who's 19 pounds, 2.5 feet long, 9 inches, 10 inches tall. He's massive. I don't know if he's got Maine Coon in him, whatever he is. And he's terrified of his own shadow, so that's really funny that he's such a big cat. He's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon. Bugs Bunny cartoon where the big thing, he's giant. You want to pet the bunny. You want to pet the bunny. Well, that is that's Chance. That's Chance. But he's not the dumbest cat in the house. The dumbest cat in the house would be Roman. But we'll go back. I digress. My cats are bigger. My female, I have one female. The rest are Toms, and she's 13.5 pounds. And she's the dogs are afraid of her. I have two dogs. One's 70 pounds and one's 50 pounds, and they're terrified of them. I have 3 dogs, but I have 2 big dogs, and they're terrified of that tortoiseshell cat. They should be. She's wicked. Other dog's Oliver. Oliver is not doing well. He's around 16. He is in kidney failure. He's not totally in failure, but you can tell he's depleting. He's got liver enzyme problems. He's as happy as you can be, being a 99-year-old man. That's pretty much it. He gets around, he walks outside, he gets to spend all his time in the yard, and then he comes back in. So he's good. Now, air conditioning is the problem here. It's 100 degrees, heat index, something like that. It's been 93, 98, whatever, which caused a $420 utility bill. That was painful, and I'm sure I'm going to get another one. But it's hot. My air conditioner, as good as it tries, is not keeping up. It is not keeping up. So if I've got it set at 75 last night, it was still 80, 81. This morning, darkness obviously, and all that good stuff. It was 75 this morning. It felt pretty good. I have fans everywhere. I have a fan in the queue room, trying to keep them cool. They're in the shade. They like to hide in dark, cool places, so they're there. Cat's body temperature is much greater than ours, so heat really bothers them a lot. They have plenty of water and access to everything they have, but I think that cool to heat, and probably some dust from litter boxes probably is what started all this sneezy stuff. It started with Mandy, and then Mandy's 2 kittens. Now it's hit Truman and Leo. None of the other ones are sick, and none of them are sneezing. Misty is actually eating whenever if I give her attention, she eats. If I don't give her attention, she just doesn't eat until I give her attention. She's the queen, and she's got me wrapped around one of these. So, anyway, that's the feral cat and the queue room report for Tuesday, August 19th. There'll be another one tonight after I get home from wherever it is that somebody's assigned me to go, and Truman has had his visit with the vet. I'm sure there's antibiotics in his future. See you.